Tupac Shakur, a name synonymous with revolution. His music, a fusion of raw emotion and social commentary, ignited a generation. He was a voice for the voiceless, a poet with a microphone, a prophet of his time. Born in the heart of Harlem, Tupac rose from humble beginnings to become a hip-hop icon. His lyrics were a reflection of his life, his struggles, and his dreams. He spoke truth to power, challenging the status quo and demanding justice for the oppressed. Tupac's impact went beyond music. He was an actor, a poet, and a revolutionary. His life, though tragically cut short, continues to inspire millions around the world. This essay delves into the life and legacy of Tupac Shakur, exploring his impact on music, culture, and society. Tupac's story is not just about music. It's a story about survival, resilience, and the fight for equality. It's about the power of art to transcend boundaries and ignite change. It's a story that continues to resonate today, reminding us of the importance of speaking truth to power and fighting for what we believe in. From the streets of Harlem to the global stage, Tupac's voice echoed the pain, anger, and hope of a generation. His music became an anthem for the marginalized, a call to action against injustice. He dared to speak the unspoken, to challenge authority, and to demand a better world. Through his music and his life, Tupac left an indelible mark on the world. He became a symbol of resistance, a voice for the unheard, and an icon whose legacy continues to inspire generations. His story is a testament to the power of one voice to spark a movement and the enduring impact of art on society. Tupac Amaru Shakur. The name itself held a weight, a prophecy of the revolutionary spirit he would embody. Born in the heart of East Harlem, New York, on June 16, 1971, Tupac's early life was a crucible that forged his unwavering passion for justice. Growing up amidst the social and political turmoil of the late 20th century, he witnessed firsthand the struggles of marginalized communities. The streets of Harlem became his first classroom, teaching him about poverty, inequality, and the systemic oppression faced by Black Americans. But even amidst the hardship, a seed of rebellion began to sprout within him. Young Tupac possessed an innate sensitivity to the suffering around him, a deep empathy that fueled his desire for change. He saw the despair in the eyes of his neighbors, felt the sting of injustice in the air he breathed, and within him, a fire began to burn, a burning desire to give voice to the voiceless, to challenge the status quo, to fight for a better world. This early exposure to the harsh realities of his environment would shape his worldview and ignite a spark that would later set the world ablaze. Amidst the turbulence of his surroundings, young Tupac found solace and empowerment in the arts. He discovered a passion for acting, poetry, and music, using these creative outlets to channel his experiences and express the emotions brewing within him. The stage became his sanctuary, a platform where he could shed his skin and transform into different characters, exploring the complexities of life through art. He attended the Baltimore School for the Arts, where he honed his craft, immersing himself in the world of theater, dance, and musical expression. It was here that Tupac's talent truly began to blossom. He excelled in his drama classes, captivating audiences with his raw talent and undeniable stage presence. His teachers recognized his natural abilities, encouraging him to pursue his passions and develop his unique voice. But it was his love for language, for the power of words to inspire and incite, that truly captivated him. Tupac began writing poetry, pouring his heart and soul into verses that reflected the realities he saw around him. These early writings, filled with raw emotion and social commentary, would lay the foundation for the powerful lyrics that would later define his music. Afeni Shakur, Tupac's mother, was a formidable woman whose influence played a pivotal role in shaping her son's worldview and igniting his revolutionary spirit. A former Black Panther, Afeni instilled in Tupac a deep sense of social justice, a burning passion for equality, and an unwavering belief in the power of resistance. She taught him about the struggles faced by Black Americans throughout history, instilling in him a sense of pride in his heritage and a responsibility to fight for the liberation of his people. Afeni's own experiences as an activist, her involvement in the Black Panther Party, and her unwavering commitment to social change left an indelible mark on Tupac. He witnessed firsthand her courage and determination in the face of adversity, her willingness to stand up for what she believed in, no matter the cost. These early experiences with his mother ignited a fire within him, a fire that fueled his desire to use his voice to speak truth to power and to challenge the status quo. Afeni instilled in Tupac a deep understanding of the systemic oppression faced by marginalized communities. She taught him about the importance of education, self-reliance, and community empowerment, instilling in him the belief that true liberation could only be achieved through collective action and a steadfast commitment to social change. In the late 1980s, a young Tupac Shakur, armed with raw talent and a heart filled with stories from the streets of Harlem, stepped into the vibrant world of hip-hop. His journey started as a roadie and dancer for the alternative hip-hop group Digital Underground, a stepping stone that would soon launch him into a stratosphere of his own. His early verses with the group hinted at the lyrical prowess and raw energy that lay dormant within him, waiting for the right moment to explode onto the music scene. 1991 marked a pivotal year in Tupac's life. He released his debut solo album, Tupacalypse Now, a raw and unapologetic reflection of the realities he witnessed growing up in the ghetto. The album was a gritty tapestry woven with tales of police brutality, poverty, and the harsh realities faced by young Black men in America. Tupacalypse Now wasn't just music, it was a social commentary, a wake-up call to a nation grappling with racial inequality and social injustice. Tracks like Brenda's Got a Baby, which told the heartbreaking story of a young girl lost in a cycle of poverty and abuse, and Trapped, which exposed the brutal realities of police brutality, resonated deeply with listeners who felt unseen and unheard. Tupac's music became a voice for the voiceless, a raw and unfiltered expression of the anger, pain, and frustration simmering beneath the surface of American society. Tupac's debut album catapulted him into the spotlight, establishing him as a force to be reckoned with in the world of hip-hop. His music wasn't just about catchy beats and rhymes. It was a potent blend of social commentary, personal struggles, and a raw vulnerability that resonated with millions. He wasn't afraid to tackle controversial topics, to challenge authority, and to expose the hypocrisy he saw in the world around him. His sophomore album, Strictly For My Niggas, released in 1993, further cemented his status as a voice for the disenfranchised. The album was a potent mix of hardcore rap anthems and introspective tracks that explored themes of loyalty, betrayal, and the complexities of life on the streets. Keep Ya Head Up, a powerful anthem of hope and resilience dedicated to Black women struggling against adversity, became an instant classic, showcasing Tupac's ability to blend social commentary with heartfelt emotion. He wasn't just a rapper, he was a storyteller, a poet weaving tales of struggle, survival, and the unwavering spirit of those fighting for a better tomorrow. Tupac's music struck a chord with a generation grappling with social inequality, racial tensions, and a sense of disillusionment. His lyrics were raw, honest, and unapologetically real, reflecting the lived experiences of those living on the margins of society. He wasn't afraid to speak truth to power, to challenge the status quo, and to ignite conversations about the uncomfortable realities that many chose to ignore. His third studio album, Me Against the World, released in 1995, was a testament to his growth as an artist and his unwavering commitment to using his platform to address social issues. The album, recorded while Tupac was facing legal troubles and personal turmoil, delved into themes of betrayal, paranoia, and the struggle to maintain one's humanity amidst chaos. Dear Mama, a heartfelt tribute to his mother, Afeni Shakur, became one of his most iconic tracks, showcasing his vulnerability and the depth of his love for the woman who shaped him. Me Against the World cemented Tupac's status as a cultural icon, a voice for the voiceless, and a symbol of hope and resilience for a generation fighting for a better future. Tupac Shakur's artistic spirit knew no bounds. Beyond the recording booth and the concert stage, he found another avenue to channel his creative energy and raw talent acting. His foray into the world of film showcased a different facet of his multifaceted persona, revealing a natural charisma and a depth of emotion that captivated audiences. He wasn't just a rapper trying his hand at acting. He was a natural, embodying his characters with an intensity and authenticity that resonated on screen. His breakout role in the 1992 urban drama Juice introduced the world to Bishop, a troubled youth caught in a cycle of violence and despair. Tupac's performance was raw, electrifying, and heartbreaking, capturing the complexities of a young man grappling with inner demons and the harsh realities of his environment. He followed Juice with equally compelling performances in films like Poetic Justice and Above the Rim, showcasing his versatility as an actor. He could portray vulnerability and rage, charm and menace, effortlessly transitioning between emotions and captivating viewers with his on-screen presence. Tupac's acting career, though tragically cut short, was a testament to his raw talent and his ability to inhabit different personas with a depth and authenticity that left a lasting impression. Tupac's artistic expression transcended genres. Beyond his music and acting, he possessed a profound love for the written word, finding solace and a means of self-expression through poetry. His verses were raw, visceral, and emotionally charged, reflecting the depths of his soul and his keen observations of the world around him. His poems, often penned under the pseudonym Machiavelli, offered a glimpse into his inner thoughts, his struggles, and his aspirations. Through his words, he explored themes of love, loss, societal ills, and the complexities of the human condition. His poetry, like his music, was infused with a sense of urgency, a burning desire to give voice to the voiceless and to challenge the status quo. He used his words as weapons against injustice, as a means to uplift the oppressed and to inspire hope in the face of adversity. Tupac's poetry, often overlooked amidst his musical achievements, stands as a testament to his artistic versatility and his unwavering commitment to using his platform to spark conversations and to ignite change. Tupac Shakur was more than just a rapper. He was a cultural icon who used his platform to speak out against injustice and to advocate for social change. He understood the power of his voice and the influence he had over millions of young people around the world. He refused to be confined to the stereotype of a musician, embracing his role as a voice for the voiceless and a champion for the marginalized. Tupac's activism was deeply rooted in his upbringing. His mother's involvement in the Black Panther Party, his own experiences with poverty and racial profiling, and his deep empathy for those struggling for equality fueled his desire to use his platform to effect change. He spoke out against police brutality, racial profiling, and the systemic oppression faced by Black communities. He challenged the status quo, demanding accountability from those in power, and urging his fans to educate themselves and to fight for a better future. Tupac's activism extended beyond words. He actively participated in community outreach programs, supported organizations working towards social justice, and used his music and his voice to raise awareness about issues affecting marginalized communities. Tupac Shakur, a figure of immense talent and unwavering conviction, was no stranger to controversy. His outspoken nature, his willingness to challenge authority, and his raw, unfiltered expression of the realities he witnessed made him a lightning rod for criticism and scrutiny. From the moment he stepped onto the global stage, he was both revered and reviled, his every move dissected and debated in the media. His lyrics, often laced with anger, profanity, and graphic depictions of violence, drew sharp criticism from those who saw him as a threat to societal norms. Some accused him of glorifying violence, misogyny, and the gangster lifestyle, arguing that his music had a negative influence on young people. Conservative groups and politicians were quick to condemn his music, labeling him a menace to society and a symbol of the moral decay they perceived in popular culture. Tupac's refusal to back down, his unwavering belief in his right to express himself freely, only fueled the fire of controversy that surrounded him. One of the most significant controversies that plagued Tupac Shakur was the perception of his association with the thug life. He often referred to himself as a product of his environment, a child of the ghetto who witnessed firsthand the struggles and the violence that permeated his community. He saw the thug life not as a badge of honor, but as a reality for many young black men growing up in marginalized communities, a cycle of poverty, violence, and despair that was difficult to escape. However, his critics argued that his embrace of the thug life persona, his use of gang-related imagery in his music and his personal life only served to perpetuate negative stereotypes about black men. They accused him of glamorizing violence and criminal behavior, arguing that his music and his public persona had a dangerous influence on impressionable youth. The debate surrounding Tupac's relationship with the thug life highlighted the complexities of his persona and the challenges of navigating fame while remaining true to his roots. Tupac Shakur's life was marred by a series of legal battles and personal struggles that often overshadowed his artistic achievements. His outspoken nature, his refusal to back down from confrontation, and his involvement in the often volatile world of hip-hop led to numerous run-ins with the law. He faced charges ranging from assault to weapons possession, his legal troubles becoming a constant source of media scrutiny and public debate. In 1994, he was shot 5 times during a robbery at a recording studio in New York City, an event that left him physically and emotionally scarred. The shooting intensified his paranoia and fueled a growing sense of anger and distrust. He became increasingly convinced that his enemies were plotting against him, his lyrics reflecting a growing sense of fear and a premonition of his own mortality. Despite the turmoil in his personal life, Tupac continued to create music at a prolific pace, his legal battles and inner demons becoming recurring themes in his lyrics. He used his music as an outlet to express his frustrations, his fears, and his unwavering belief in his own innocence. The desert night air hung heavy with anticipation as Tupac Shakur, radiating an aura of invincibility, arrived in Las Vegas. It was September 7th, 1996. The energy in the MGM Grand Hotel crackled with excitement. Moments earlier, Tupac and his entourage had witnessed Mike Tyson's dominating victory against Bruce Seldon, a testament to black power and resilience. The air thrummed with the afterglow of triumph, a celebration of black excellence. Leaving the arena, Tupac, exuding confidence and swagger, plowed through the casino lobby, entourage in tow. His fiancée, Kidada Jones, awaited their reunion at the hotel, eager to bask in the afterglow of the fight. Little did they know, the desert night held a sinister secret, a lurking darkness that would forever alter the course of hip-hop history. As they cruised down the glittering Las Vegas Strip, the music thumping in their car, a white Cadillac pulled up alongside them. Gunshots shattered the night, piercing the car's metal and shattering the illusion of invincibility. Tupac, struck by multiple bullets, slumped back in his seat, his lifeblood staining the plush leather. News of the shooting spread like wildfire, engulfing the world in a cloak of disbelief and sorrow. Fans gathered in stunned silence at makeshift memorials, candles flickering in the night, their flames mirroring the tears streaming down their faces. The music world fell silent, mourning the loss of a visionary artist, a voice of a generation silenced too soon. Inside the University Medical Center in Las Vegas, a team of surgeons battled tirelessly to save Tupac's life. His mother, Afeni, a pillar of strength in the face of unimaginable grief, kept a constant vigil at his bedside, her love and prayers a beacon of hope in the face of despair. But fate, it seemed, had a different plan. 6 days after the shooting, on September 13th, 1996, Tupac Amaru Shakur succumbed to his injuries. The world mourned the loss of a poet, a revolutionary, a young black man whose life was tragically cut short at the tender age of 25. His voice, once a roaring torrent of passion and defiance, was silenced, leaving behind a void in the hearts of millions. Tupac's death sent shockwaves throughout the world. His music, once a soundtrack of rebellion and hope, took on a haunting new meaning, his prophetic lyrics echoing the tragic reality of his untimely demise. In the wake of his passing, a global outpouring of grief and anger swept through the streets as fans mourned the loss of a cultural icon, a voice that spoke truth to power, a life that embodied the struggles and aspirations of a generation. Even in death, Tupac's creative spirit continued to burn bright. Posthumous albums, meticulously crafted from his vast archives of unreleased music, flooded the airwaves, each release a bittersweet reminder of his unparalleled talent and the tragic loss the world had suffered. The Don Killuminati, The 7-Day Theory, released just weeks after his death, showcased a darker, more introspective side of Tupac, his lyrics hinting at premonitions of his own mortality. Are You Still Down? Remember Me, a double album released a year later, further cemented his status as a hip-hop legend, his music continuing to resonate with fans across generations. The world, hungry for more of his message, his music, his spirit, embraced these posthumous releases as a way to keep his memory alive, to find solace in his words, to connect with the raw emotion that poured from his soul. Tupac Shakur's life, though tragically cut short, left an indelible mark on the world. He was more than just a rapper, more than just an actor. He was a poet, a revolutionary, a voice for the voiceless. His music transcended genres, his lyrics echoing the hopes, fears, and frustrations of a generation grappling with social inequality, racial tensions, and a yearning for change. From the streets of Harlem to the global stage, Tupac's voice resonated with millions, his words igniting a fire in the hearts of those who felt marginalized and unheard. He wasn't afraid to challenge the status quo, to speak truth to power, to use his platform to advocate for social justice and equality. His music, raw, powerful, and unapologetically honest, became an anthem for the oppressed, a call to action for those who dared to dream of a better world. Tupac's legacy extends far beyond the music industry. His influence can be felt in the realms of fashion, art, literature, and social activism. His image, often adorned with bandanas and a defiant stare, became a symbol of rebellion and resistance, a visual representation of the fight for equality and justice. Over 2 decades after his untimely death, Tupac Shakur's legacy continues to inspire and ignite change. His music remains a source of empowerment and hope for new generations, his words transcending time and resonating with the same urgency and relevance as they did during his lifetime. His life and work serve as a reminder that one voice, fueled by passion and conviction, can spark a movement, can challenge the status quo, can plant the seeds of change for a better tomorrow. The revolution that Tupac ignited, a revolution of the mind, of the heart, of the soul, continues to burn bright. His words, etched in stone on murals and monuments around the world, serve as a constant reminder of his message of hope, resilience, and the unwavering pursuit of equality. Tupac Amaru Shakur's life may have been cut short, but his spirit, his message, his revolution continues to live on, inspiring generations to come to fight for a world where justice and equality reign supreme.